Hi and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Right, yes, today I've got on my Betty and Judy Lodge jumper. This is a pattern by the Poison Girls and I purchased this off the Ravelry website. I think you can also purchase this directly off their website, Poison Girls, but anyway, that's where I purchased a pattern from, the Ravelry. So it's set in a Bergère de France. I think it's a sport weight. So yeah, I just love the detail of this particular pattern. I love how the sleeves are, they're gathered at the top, and obviously the motifs. So yeah, love it. They have got another one. I think it's something 'Twas a Night Before Midnight, I think, or the Midnight Jumper. I'll have to have a look, but I fancy knitting that one as well. But yeah, I love this jumper. So let's get on with what I've been up to. So yesterday was my thimble day, Thimble Tuesday, where I usually work on some cross stitch, and I was working on the Kringles, and I just thought, because I'd left you as I'd started to cross stitch, and I just thought I would show you the progress on that. So if I bring it up to the camera a little bit closer, you can now see that one of the shop windows is nearly now completed. So yesterday I worked on this garland and these Christmas trees. I was a bit perturbed because the pattern did say to do the gold, or the stitches there, but on the actual front sheet of the pattern, the picture, it shows you a different placement, which I think this placement is incorrect on the pattern because it's not uniform with the others, but I'm not going to undo it now. I just love the tree, and I've just got to finish the sash. There's another motif I've got put in there, and then I think it's another toy soldier, and that'll be that window completed. So probably work on that tomorrow. So the next item I want to show you the progress on is this dress for my granddaughter. So I'll just zip up the back to put the zip in yesterday, and today I've attached the collar so far. So yeah, I interfaced the collar and made the collars up, and I've sewn them on. Now I've got a little dilemma. I don't know whether to line this. If so, then when I can join the lining here and then turn under, so that'll give that neat edge to the collar. Or I can use a bias binding like they say in the pattern. So I've just got to make my mind up really on what I should do. But I think the collar's looking quite neat, to be honest. So I'm quite pleased with that. I just do a little bit each day because otherwise if you throw yourself into it, it just gets to be too much and too tasky. So yeah. So anyway, I had a lovely comment of a lady called Margaret Vickers, and she was smiling at some stories about my mum. And funnily enough, you've probably seen this box, it's been over there. I found this box the other day, and this is from my mum's. It says Christmas ribbons and tags. So I'm not quite, don't know what to expect in this box. I haven't opened it up for a while, so I thought I would. And I found these, and I don't know what they are, because that's all joined together. I mean, I thought you'd put your finger, I don't know what they are. If anyone knows, you know, I just don't know what they are. Got another one here. This one's got 3 holes. You know, they remind me of those things what you used to put your fingers in when you were a kid and pretend they were like a puppet. But, you know, it doesn't open up at all. So if anyone's any the wiser, I mean, I might put them on my mantle because they're quite retro, aren't they? I'm not sure what they are. And then here, I think these are just old Christmas cards. What she's cut up. Because, you know, that's what they used to do. When you had Christmas cards after Christmas, you always just cut them up. And when I look at the scenes, I mean, I don't know if you can see the glitter, but those were my favourite types of cards. So, yeah, they're just cut up cards. That's one I sent me mother years ago. She hasn't cut that one up. Well, to my mum and dad. But yeah, I know what they used to do. They used to use like pinking shears, and they used to cut circles, didn't they? And then you'd make like a ball as a Christmas decoration. So I'll put them over there. These are Christmas tags. I mean, I can use these up. There's loads of them. So I can give those to my daughters. Double glow cord. I mean, look how old that is. These are the Christmas stamps. Now, I always remember these. This is your thing we used to do years ago. We used to write out a Christmas card, and then on the envelope we used to stick a stamp, a Christmas stamp. I mean, they haven't got no currency. They were just Christmas stamps what we used to put on the cards. Dear. Some red tissue paper. And that's another thing my mum used to do. Our wrapping paper was very thin paper, like tissue paper. And when we used to unwrap our presents at Christmas, my mother always used to say, save the paper, save the paper. And she never wrapped our presents, not our big presents. And I used to think she did it for effect, but really it's because she didn't want waste paper. But if any relatives sent us any presents on Christmas Day, we used to have to carefully, very carefully, undo the sellotape. There was no ripping open. And then what my mum used to do, she used to iron all the wrapping paper and fold it up and put it in a box for wrap presents with the next following year. Well, that's how things were. Those are a bit modern. Those are Christmas tags. This looks like an old Santa set. That probably got used year after year. And then just cellophane. You see, this is it. They saved everything. You look at that. That's sellotape with teddy bears on. And she's never used it because that would have been deemed wasteful. See, it's even pots of old glitter here. 5p. I'll have to use them up. And then these are like little red pegs. They use them on string to clip your Christmas cards on, see? So yeah, I don't know. Today is Wool Wednesday as well, so this is when I like to work with something either crochet or knitting wise. I am going to do another round on my blanket tonight, my Floralia, but I want to get rid of some of my wool now. and I've got, I think it's 4 balls of this. It's Ideal Bergère de France in the Ideal range. It's a double knitting, and this colour is called Persan. So I'll bring that up a bit closer. So I'm going to pick a pattern out, and I'll pop a picture up of the pattern I'm thinking of knitting. Is a Lisa Chamery one. And to make this go a little bit further, because I won't have enough for my grandson's jumper, I'm going to add in some of this grey. So maybe a few stripes, and I think that would look nice. So I'm going to sort out a project bag, put the wool in with the required needles, and start that project. So my other project I've got on the go, I started over a week ago, and it's in the Hayfield, oh I hate it when all the wool hangs about, bonus double knitting in the Primrose colourway, and it's the, I think it's pronounced Eglantine jumper, and it's by OGE Designs. Now I purchased this pattern from Ravelry, and I also know that they have their own website, OGE. Now this is a top down, this is the neck. Now I was a bit concerned because there's no neck opening, and small children have bigger heads, don't they? And I was a bit concerned about this going over a head. It did say to cast on using a stretchy cast on. Now I can bind off stretchy, but casting on stretchy I have a problem with. So I just did my normal cable cast on, but I knit it very loosely. So I don't really want to go any further with this, because I am thinking, what if I can't get it over a head? I think I should be able to, because I've done it really loosely, so it should be able to stretch over. But what I thought I might do is put the stitches onto some wool and just try it over a head before I go any further, because I'd hate to, you know, knit this up and then find it doesn't fit. So it's a pretty little pattern. It's just simply, you know, where you as it knit 2 together and yarn over, and you sort of make a little hole. But yeah, so at the moment I can't get over to my daughter's to try this on her because of COVID restrictions. So what I'll have to do is just wait until they've got the all clear, and I can get over there and try it on her, and also the dress, because I'll need to try that on her to gauge the hem. Right, okay, so I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I had a little visitor tonight. So I'll put some footage in of that, and I'm hoping that YouTube won't give me a strike, because there will be some music being played. Now, if you remember, on my Friday Sews, they actually asked me about what my favourite Christmas song was, and I said Merry Christmas by Slade. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it gets on my nerves hearing, you know, it's Christmas. But like Noddy says, it's not Christmas until he says so. But funnily enough, when the visitor came round tonight, they actually played this Christmas song, and it brought a tear to my eye, I must admit, because I always think of my father. And it was only 3 years ago when this time, actually, I lost my dad under some, you know, so yeah, it was a very sad time. As I remember when we had the funeral, there was all Christmas trees in the church, so it was very poignant as well, because my dad loved Christmas. He absolutely enjoyed Christmas. He loved it. And we had some lovely Christmases with my dad. He made it very special. So yeah, I can remember he used to have a lot of parties, my mum and dad did, and I always remember we had an old-fashioned record player, and he bought the single by Slade, Merry Christmas. It's on a Polydor label, if I remember rightly, and you know, he used to play this at the Christmas parties, so it was rather sad for me, really. So anyhow, I'll play some footage and hopefully YouTube won't give me a strike. Until tomorrow, bye.